Good news, guys. Michigan has joined 19 other states suing the Trump administration over the youth trans care ban. So I got this from MichiganLive.com. Michigan has joined 19 states in suing the Trump administration over a new declaration labeling care for trans children unsafe and ineffective. So let's talk about this really quick. Why are they suing? Because gender-affirming care is not unsafe and ineffective. That's why so many cisgender people have gender-affirming surgeries. They just don't want to give trans people the same right to gender-affirming surgery as everyone else. Every major medical association says gender-affirming care is not only safe and effective, it is life-saving for trans people. So let's stop pretending cisgender people aren't getting breast reductions, breast implants, penile and vaginal surgery. These are all extremely popular with cisgender people and are done more often than transgender gender-affirming surgeries because trans people are only 0.6 to 1% of the population. So the declaration released by the Department of Health and Human Services on December 18th was accompanied by proposed new regulations to limit hospitals in providing gender-affirming care, including puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgical operations. So again, gender-affirming surgery is still allowed and totally acceptable for cisgender people and cisgender youth. They just don't want trans people to have this right because it defies the stereotype of people who are born male. In breast reduction surgeries, cisgender women in 2024, there were 4,200 of these surgeries recorded. And for trans women, there were only 137 of these recorded. So cisgender people are receiving way more of these surgeries than trans people. So why are cis people not accused of mutilating their body when they do this? It's because of transphobia, a lack of education. The declaration cites a peer-reviewed report conducted by the department as evidence for why the gender-affirming procedures are unsafe. So this report was released in late November, and since then has been criticized by all major medical groups and those who provide care for trans children as inaccurate. And this is a typical Republican move. They don't know how to find a valuable source of information. They often share very limited small-scale studies, which if you know anything about science, those small studies are wildly inaccurate. You need a wide-scale study to get accurate results. The more people, the better. So the most recent wide-scale study done on trans athletes showed that trans women have a physical disadvantage to cisgender women. And so the narrative from the right is the opposite of that. Republicans are refusing to recognize valid, reliable sources of information. And they continue to push myths and false stereotypes and very unscientific small-scale studies on trans people. So the 20 states that are now suing Trump over the gender-affirming care ban are Michigan, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, New Jersey, New York, New Mexico, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Vermont, Washington, and Wisconsin. So yay to these 20 states for sticking up for what is right. That is all I have for this video. Please like this video, share it, leave your comments, and I'll be back soon with more news. Bye, guys.